This is the part of my home state of Texas and the part of the country that just makes my heart and soul happy. I love it out here. Welcome to Big Bend country.
Far in the distance, there's a promise. It seems far in the distance.
Oh my God! Look at our view.
I put it on the altar, though it was mine.
I honestly don't even know what to say. This place is beautiful. I mean, I don't even know what to say.
There's a greater city we have not seen. We're all waiting in the in-between. We're all seeking a homeland.
I'm Josh, a pilot and flight instructor with a passion for the sky, sharing it with those around me and using it to see the world from a new perspective. Flying can seem super complex, but I've made it my mission to showcase safe practices while enjoying the beauty this world has to offer. Subscribe to climb into the cockpit on future adventures. This is Aviation 101.
80901, Addison Ground, clear to Hotel Yankee India Airport via on departure flight runway heading 66, radar vector 6049.
In the previous episode, I sprung a surprise trip on Chelsea to spend her birthday and Valentine's Day in one of my favorite areas of the United States, the Big Bend region of West Texas. I've always wanted to take a trip with Chelsea out here, and it all came together when Brent from Summit Big Bend reached out to me about filming a trip to showcase their absolutely awesome property. More on that soon. At this point, Chelsea doesn't know where we're staying, what we're gonna do, or how we're getting there. She only knows where we're landing. On this trip, we're overflying the park to land at Lajitas International Airport, Tango 89, which is quite literally right across the road from Summit Big Bend, and that combined with a rental Rubicon from Big Bend Jeep waiting for us at the airport, I can't think of a more logistically effortless desert getaway than this. Welcome to part 2. Runway's made. Ready for a go around.
Oh my God, it is so pretty. Babe, is that our ride?
That is our rental.
What? You've always wanted a Jeep.
So because we're here on your birthday, Chelsea, and Valentine's Day, look at what Big Bend Jeep put in the passenger seat.
Oh, so cute. That is so thoughtful and cute. And stickers for the toolbox.
Uh-huh.
Oh. These are perfect. Are we gonna decorate our wherever we're staying, which you also still haven't revealed?
What an absolutely gorgeous place. We landed at Lajitas International, very uneventful flight. Big Bend Jeep already had the Rubicon here waiting for us. And because I clued them into the fact that this was all kind of for Chelsea's birthday and our Valentine's Day weekend getaway, they went ahead and outfitted the Jeep with some stuff for us. I love the desert, I love the dry climate, and it is just absolutely beautiful. And Lajitas International Airport has a 6,500 foot long runway. Just us coming in, we saw 2 phenoms depart. Very accommodating airport, accommodating facilities. They have fuel here and FBO. The airport manager came out here and greeted us as soon as we taxied up. So far, absolutely fantastic experience. And Chelsea actually does not know where we're staying quite yet. We flew right over it on the way in, and I got a glimpse of it from the air. It looks so cool. As far as I know, she has no idea where we're staying or what we're doing or what it's gonna look like, what the accommodations are like, but I got a glimpse of it from the air on the way in, and I didn't say anything, and it looks super awesome. So I'm super excited about it. This is the part of my home state of Texas and the part of the country that just makes my heart and soul happy. Welcome to Big Bend country.
Oh my God! Look at our view.
Coffee.
Oh my God, can we just move in? Is this our permanent residence?
Yeah, we're changing our address to Dome 29.
Look at our view. This is so beautiful.
Is this anything close to what you thought it was going to be?
No, not at all. I honestly don't even know what to say. This place is beautiful. It is rustically designed. We have Keurig coffee, running water, heat, AC.
Mini fridge?
The best part, this freaking view.
Yeah, this is pretty epic. Driving in, they look like little,
Observatories.
I don't know, like little alien huts. I don't know. It's just, it looks so bizarre from afar. But when we were descending, we were on downwind, and I like silently looked over there and I was like, all right, there's where we're staying.
I thought we were gonna be in like a resort or something. Honestly, this is so much better.
That's good to hear.
This is awesome.
So far, awesome accommodations. We made it to Lajitas, picked up the Jeep right there at the airport, and here we are at Summit Big Bend. One accommodation at the summit that we didn't mention is every cluster of domes has a set of restrooms and showers that are so nicely set up and kept very clean. Summit Big Bend also has a couple of luxury caves as well as 2 houses, Casa Grande and Casa del Sol, all tucked into the side of the mountains out here. You can learn more about this gorgeous place at summitbigbend.com. And definitely give them a follow on Instagram and subscribe on YouTube as well. Those links are in the description below. Instagram is actually how I found out about this place to begin with, and their beautiful photos and reels had me hooked to come out and see it myself. We unloaded the Jeep and got settled into the dome and ventured out to find some dinner. It's pretty late into this Sunday evening, but this isn't just any Sunday. So we managed to find the bar open at the Lajitas Resort, and we snuck in 2 more dinner orders before they closed the kitchen. And we joined everybody in the bar to watch the final quarter of the Super Bowl. We relaxed with coffee at the summit for a couple of hours, then decided to take a mid-morning drive up the mountain to just explore, with no real destination in mind. We drove a couple of miles down the highway to the town of Lajitas, which is where the golf resort is, a couple of eateries, shops, and it's set up like a movie set straight out of a Western. I can almost see the Duke riding around the corner into town. We spent the rest of the afternoon leisurely driving Texas Highway 170 from Lajitas to Presidio and back. This drive was recommended by several people, and it did not disappoint. We even made note of a beautiful overlook that we passed during the drive to Presidio, and we made a point to stop there again on the way back and watch the sunset over the Rio Grande.
Well, the sun just set. My birthday is officially over. Hopefully I get another lap around the sun.
I imagine you will.
Day 3, we're in the Big Bend Jeep, and we are headed to Terlingua. And
Big Bend National Park.
so I'm excited for today. We're gonna go and hike, right?
Yeah, we're gonna do a short hike. I think we're pretty much gonna stay on the Blacktop Road the whole way, but we are gonna be in the national park. So step 1 is to drive through the Texas ghost town of Terlingua. Not so much a ghost town anymore. It used to be an old mining town, but now there's a couple of bars, a barbecue place, and stuff like that there, but it's a real sleepy town. So we're gonna crest the hill up here and probably see Terlingua here in just a couple minutes. So we're gonna go through Terlingua, maybe stop, grab a bite to eat, and then we're gonna head into the national park and drive just down the highway from the gate to Santa Elena Canyon. It's gonna be a 1.4 mile hike out and back. If you Google Big Bend National Park, this is the photo that comes up. It's a
So iconic.
very iconic, very picturesque, deep canyon that the Rio Grande cuts through the middle of the mountains right there. And then after that, I think we're gonna make a loop kind of around the west side of Big Bend National Park, drive up the Ross Maxwell Scenic Road.
I did not imagine I would spend the closing of my birthday overlooking the Rio Grande and the mountains. It was just spectacular. I feel very special and loved. So I know that Josh did a ton of work to put all of this together and pull all of this off and keep it a secret.
Yeah, that was the hard part.
But I know a ton of other people were involved in this, and Big Bend Jeeps and Summit Big Bend and all the moving pieces of the puzzle. Looks like we're coming into the town.
Welcome to Terlingua. Let's drive around and check it out for a second.
Alrighty.
Right off the side of the road is the Terlingua Cemetery. A town that's nothing more than a dot on the sectional chart to us meant the world to many of these resting souls. I can't help but wonder what their stories are, what tales these hills and this West Texas wind could tell.
Some burritos. Probably gonna go grab some hot sauce.
Got you some earrings.
I'm gonna put them on as soon as we get in the Jeep. We're headed to Big Bend now.
Next on our agenda is our planned hike in Big Bend National Park. It's about 30 minutes from Terlingua to the ranger station, and from there we drove up the Ross Maxwell Scenic Drive to Santa Elena Canyon, but not without a few stops to take in the sights along the way.
It is such a stark contrast being here at Big Bend versus being at Zion, because the last time we were at Zion, we waited over an hour for a bus because you can't drive your vehicles into most of the park. You have to use their shuttle service, and we had to ride buses into Zion, and we had to wait an hour in the rain just to get on a bus to go inside the park. Here, it feels like we have the entire park to ourselves. There's literally no one here. It's really special. Unable to scout the broken, almost impassable terrain, the 1852 Boundary Survey launched an empty wooden boat at the canyon entrance. Only splinters and broken planks emerged at the canyon mouth.
brisket tacos, and I had the salad with the cucumber dill dressing. And what did you get, babe? I remember the mashed potatoes have duck sauce.
Duck fat.
Duck fat, mashed potatoes,
And then a Béarnaise sauce covered filet.
Oh my God. Happy Valentine's Day.
It's day 4 here at Summit Big Bend, right in between Big Bend National Park and Big Bend State Park. Staying in the dome here has been an awesome experience, and it's so cool to wake up to the sunrise. There's a coffee maker in there. Make yourself some coffee and come out and just enjoy the solitude. It's amazing. This is totally my speed. This is right up my alley. I love this kind of stuff. I love this area. To me, this is heaven on earth. Our first full day here, we drove the scenic drive through the state park along the Rio Grande to Presidio. Second full day, which was yesterday, we drove into Big Bend National Park and hiked up to Santa Elena Canyon. And I think today we're going to drive into Big Bend National Park once more. But this time we're not going to go down toward the Rio Grande. We're actually going to go up into the Chisos Mountains to the Chisos Lodge. There are a couple of hikes up there. I'm not sure which one we're going to do yet, but we're kind of feeling some higher altitude, desert, mountains, pine trees type of scenery and hiking. That's what we're aiming for today. And this time we are actually aiming to use our bundle of firewood, get back here before sunset, and just enjoy the solitude here at the summit one last time before we pack it up and fly home tomorrow. It's been a phenomenal trip. From the flight out here with the aerial views to the drives along the Rio Grande and the hike into the canyon, and then today hopefully getting a bird's eye view of this entire area from some of the pinnacles of the Chisos Mountains. This has just been a beautiful trip. Food for the soul, truly. I think Chelsea's in there, getting up, getting her day started. I'm enjoying my coffee out here in the absolute silence of the deserts of the Big Bend. It's going to be a good day. All right, so we drove up to the Chisos Lodge up here in the mountains in the heart of Big Bend National Park. I think this isn't quite the center of it, but this is definitely the centerpiece of Big Bend National Park. A beautiful drive up here, a really, really rugged terrain. So we're actually gonna hike the Window Trail, which is supposedly one of the more famous trails. We're actually gonna drive from the Chisos Lodge up here in the basin down to the Chisos Basin Campground, which is right down there, and that's gonna get us a little closer to the trailhead for the Window Trail. And the Window Trail takes about 3 hours. It's about 5 miles round trip. It's an out and back from what I understand, and it should take us just right to the edge of the canyon there, and we'll be able to look down over the valley. So it should be a beautiful view. We're gonna fully immerse ourselves in the Big Bend National Park.
You know, Big Bend is known for having desert, mountains, and river all in one national park, but it was absolutely beautiful seeing it all really collected together. I think my favorite view was actually today. As we were snaking up through the Chisos Mountains, even though we were gaining altitude, the mountains just kept cascading into the sky higher and higher in every direction. So many different layers of color. The rock formations were so unique and beautiful, and then the foliage is what I was the most blown away by.
Well, the trip's not done quite yet. Tomorrow we leave and see this entire place from the air, having already explored it from the ground. I think that's gonna hit us a little bit differently because we're gonna be able to point out like, okay, that's where we drove and we did this and we did that. And I'm thinking maybe we'll fly up the Rio Grande a little bit, come back over the national park with plenty of altitude so we're not a nuisance, and then I guess just start climbing out toward that marathon intersection and then turn east.
Well, thank you so much for everything. This is so special.
It was very fun.
Big Bend will always hold a very sweet and special memory in my heart.
Mine too. Each time we experience a new place, my perspective leaves changed. After all, that's an intricate part of growth, allowing your perspectives and outlooks to adapt to new data, new surroundings. You just have to open yourself up to it. This makes me think of the concept of a question. It could be of a culture, or to understand how the weather works, or maybe to understand the person who's sitting right in front of you. When you ask a question of the world, you quite literally open up your mind. Your curiosity and understanding is now free to grow. When you make a declaration or a statement, you're closing your mind to further data. You're no longer subconsciously open to outside influences. I guess all that is to say the mountains, the solitude, and the beauty of places like this make me wonder. They make me ask questions both of myself and of the world around me. It opens my mind. Dare I call it inspiration. I encourage you to never stop asking questions. Never close off your curiosity to this world. Never close your mind. After all, to find yourself, your purpose, or your calling in this life, sometimes to find exactly what you're looking for, you first have to get lost in the unknown. There you'll likely find exactly what you didn't know you were looking for. Huge shout out to Summit Big Bend for sponsoring this adventure with their epic accommodations and Big Bend Jeep for the capable wheels to get us lost in the beauty. Links to both of their websites and their socials are down in the description of this video. Please give them some love and book your next quest for inspiration right here in the Big Bend of West Texas. Stay curious and stay inspired. Until next time, everyone, I also want you to stay happy, healthy, current, and most importantly, stay proficient. We'll see you in the next video. Fly safe.